Hi ladies, and welcome to day 6 of the Hairtober. Okay, the question is, do you believe in the hair typing system? And okay, let me think. Yes and no. I do think that the hair typing system has some type of value. And what I mean by the hair typing system is, with us kinky, curly, natural girls, we tend to fall in the 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C, blah, 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 blah. I don't really know the history of it. I don't really know if I care very much. Because I think the one issue with the hair typing system is that when you hear it, it implies that you have the same texture of hair throughout your head. Like, you know, I'm one of those people, I have probably about 3 different textures of hair in my head, and that's the case for most naturals. Now some people's hair is more predominantly one level, one whatever it is called. I think the only real value it is between knowing whether you're a 3 or a 4, because I feel like all the levels within those numbers, the A's and B's and C's, I don't really feel like they have much value, especially since most of us naturals fall between 3B and 4C. Okay, so it's not like, you know, we're running the gamut from 1 to 10. We're all in that, you know, this little section right here. And I think that people tend to get caught up in what their hair type is, and then there's people who place value on people who have a certain type of hair type. But also what I think for me became an issue is that in getting caught up in what your hair type is, you don't really pay attention to what your actual texture is. For example, when I first went natural, I talked about this in my other videos, I thought I knew what kind of hair I had, and I thought I was a straight up 4C. And why I thought I was a 4C was because the texture of my hair when I was transitioning was a whole lot more dense than my relaxed hair. So I assumed that I was like a 4C. I am not a 4C. And then for a long time after that, I thought I had thick hair because I had so much hair. But what I actually realized is that I actually have a lot of hair, but I have very fine hair. That's why when I pull my hair back, I look like I have no hair. And then when I take it out of a ponytail, I have like this, you know, big hair. And everyone's like, where in the world did all this hair come from? And it's like, no, I always had it. It was just, I have finer hair. Like most naturals, I have different textures of hair. I'm probably a 3C, a 4A, and probably some 4B in there. I definitely have a curl pattern. It's mostly curly. That's why I would say I'm probably more of a 4A. But to be honest with you, in terms of the argument that most people have for the hair typing system is it tells you what type of products work best on your hair. And on that, I don't agree. I think in terms of relating to somebody, I think the hair typing system works, but I think that, or it has value. Like I said, it has value. Not necessarily that it works, but that it has value. And I'm just rambling off the top of my head. I probably should have thought this out a little bit, but I literally just sat down and looked at the question. But what I think is actually of value in doing and learning what products work on your hair is the density of your hair and the porosity of your hair. Those are the two things that have worked for me the best. Like I said, I thought I had thick hair. I don't have thick hair. Now, I don't have fine hair, but I don't have thick hair. It's not it's just I have a lot of it. I have a lot of hair, but it's really kind of thin. And actually, when I pull out pieces of hair, I can actually see that it's not thick, I should say. Not thin, but not thick. And then what I think is really, really important that people don't tend not to pay attention to until much later in their journey, and a lot of the whole importance on hair density, hair typing has a lot to do with the length of your journey. If you just started, you're gonna obsess about that. 3-4 years later, you're not gonna care. You probably won't even remember what your hair type is because your hair is doing something totally different at this point. But porosity was a really big deal for me. And once I understood the porosity of my hair, the ability of my hair to absorb product or not, and my hair does not absorb product very quickly. So if I use something very thick, that's why I stay away from creamy stylers. If I can't rub it down to a clear or practically nothing, an oily base, I can't put it on my hair. If it's white and I rub it down and it's still white, I can't put that on my hair because my hair will not absorb that. I'll wake up with big, old, ugly, flaky, dull, white hair. And that happened to me a lot, until I realized that that's what I needed to pay attention to. Probably more so than how thick is my hair, what's my curl pattern, all those other things. What I had to pay attention to for me was the porosity of my hair, where it becomes a big issue for me in the summertime because humidity is ridiculous. Here, I live in the Washington, D.C. area, and we have humid weather for a long period of time. It's even slightly humid now. But in the summer, it's just ridiculous how humid it is. And what you realize is that my hair is so full of water that nothing penetrates. Nothing. There's just way too much water in the air. So what I have to do, and where I think porosity works for me, is I have to basically put on products that literally block out water from my hair. So it's very thick, and that's where porosity works in my favor, is that I can put something very thick, usually an oil-based moisturizer on my hair, and it'll block out whatever water's in my hair. That's what's in there, and I block it out. In the winter time, I can use lighter products because I don't have to fight water in the air and water going in my hair. But I don't know if that is very helpful, but that has been the game changer for me, is the porosity, probably more than anything. So in considering your hair type and considering what products to use, which is why most people claim to care about hair typing, I would say pay attention to other factors in addition to your hair type, like density and porosity. Let me think. There's got to be some other stuff that you pay attention to. Honestly, the length of your hair matters too. I find that, and I had this discussion with one of my coworkers who was having a trouble with a particular product, and what I told her to do was to hold on to it for a few months. Just put it in the back, because as a product junkie, you become one anyway. Put it in the back and let it sit for 6 months, because what your hair looks and acts like right now is not what it's going to look and act like in 6 months. And you might figure out how to use that product, because that's happened to me a lot. That's why I don't get I don't hate being a product junkie, even though I do feel that is my biggest natural hair mistake. But one thing I do enjoy is kind of rediscovering a product that I thought would never work and then realizing how it works in my hair later down the road. Maybe it's like it's a winter product, not a summer product, and vice versa. I think I talked about the most recent one was the hairdo by Oil and Handmade that I bought maybe last year, that I thought didn't work on my hair, but I think I bought it in the summer, and it doesn't work on my hair because it has glycerin in it. So basically, again, it's that whole water is just attracting to my hair, and so it's just nothing but water in my hair, water all in the environment. As it gets drier, it works so much better on my hair. And so yeah, but that wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter what my hair type is, but it does matter about how my hair absorbs product, and even to some extent how thick my hair is. And so I don't know, I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over again, but essentially that, you know, the hair typing system does have value. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it. I'm tired. As you can probably tell I'm a little tired. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Are you done? Are you done? She's like, you see her face, it's so funny. She's like, anyway, come here, booby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Ella, come here. Come here. Come here, because you have an itchy. You haven't. I don't have any food. She's like, you don't have any food. I will talk to you. Okay. Well, you have to be quiet. No itching. Okay? No itchy. Okay.